What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're going to be taking a look at Polygon and its recent price action, along with some talk about news and fundamentals, and with the price prediction for the short and the long term as well. Before we begin, we'd just like to say thank you so much to everyone for their continued support, the likes, the subscribers, Patreon and YouTube members, and all your amazing comments and sharing. We appreciate you all so much at the channel, and we've been growing incredibly fast recently, so thank you to all of you. Our community has been growing amazingly well recently. It's all down to you guys, so thank you so much. If you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and turn on bell notifications as well. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis. In any instance, you can sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So as we can see, there has been a large selling off period for Polygon, as we can quite clearly see here. We did actually see some nice bounces, as we mentioned in the previous video yesterday, basically off of the inside of this channel that we have been outlining for some time. But as we can see here, we basically got another sell-off, which was in coordination with Bitcoin having another sell-off yesterday before having a bounce. But as we can see, basically Polygon was actually wicking back above the bottom end of this channel here and trying to basically use it as support. But we did wick down back to this key level here at around 150. We saw some resistance here as well before a plunge to the downside. But we did actually see us come down and perfectly test this, as we can see here. Let me just take a look at what this is. This 120 level here, which was a previous swing high, as we can see here, has actually been flipped and tested perfectly into support. We wicked down and bounced off this perfectly, so there's probably a lot of buy orders in this region. And as we can see, we actually wicked back up quite significantly. And then since then, we have had another sell-off, but we do seem as though we're holding these areas fairly well. We haven't actually come back down and retested this 120 again yet. And now it seems as though we're coiling slightly, basically waiting to see what the market will do. Obviously, currently, price action largely depends on what happens to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently leading the market heavily because there's quite a lot of fear and uncertainty. So until Bitcoin recovers somewhat, it's basically going to be difficult to tell what's going to happen. But it's quite obvious to us that Polygon is a project that is performing exceptionally well. Obviously, it's broken down out of this channel, and that's not what people want to be seeing. But it is important for, in our opinion, for you to remember the macro trend of where everything is going. If you're feeling a bit disconcerted about what you're holding, then either you need to basically take a look at what you're holding and decide whether it's worth the risk in your opinion if you're feeling very bad about it. And also, you need to just take a look at the macro trend. As we can quite clearly see here, we're still in a massive uptrend for Polygon despite this huge correction that we've seen here. Obviously, a correction from 270 all the way down to around 120 here is around 55%, which is a very, very large correction. And we don't doubt that or dispute that. But it's quite obvious to us that we're still performing exceptionally well. People who bought Polygon at the start of the year are still up well over 100x. So we do think that Polygon is performing very well in the face of this market-wide correction that we've been seeing. And even though the short term doesn't look that great for Polygon in terms of a big correction, sometimes it's important to just zoom out and get some context of what's going on. We get lots of people comment on our videos basically saying, oh, what you said yesterday is completely wrong because this thing happened in the short term, and this thing, we're going to zero because it's gone down by like 5% today. And it's very important to try and keep level heads and try not to panic in these instances. Obviously, no one wants to see price action going down, especially after they've got used to it going up so fast and so quickly. But if you've been watching our videos for the past few weeks, we have been calling for a big correction for Polygon for some time because this price action, regardless of what happened in the wider market, was unsustainable. And it did seem very likely to us that we would come down and retest these levels. So it's important to try and keep some perspective. Don't get too caught up in the short term. Obviously, the short term for us is very hard to predict. So we're just going off what we see with the charts and what potentially could happen in terms of the wider market. Obviously, it's very difficult to account for fear and uncertainty and doubt and basically all the news and wider market events that seem to happen. Because there's no way that we're not fortune tellers. We don't have a crystal ball basically. So very difficult to know what's going to happen in the short term. But obviously, if you zoom out, you can get a much better idea of what's happening in the long term. As you can see, since December, 13,500% to the peak. And it's most likely that we'll see these peaks again in the next few months. So very important not to panic. Don't lose your heads. Don't get too caught up in basically the day-to-day price action. Obviously it's important, but it's not the end of the world if things go down, because in the macro trend, things have always been going up in the long term in the cryptocurrency space when you're holding quality projects. So we do believe that Polygon is a quality project. Obviously it's been getting a huge amount of use recently. We do think that once the market bounces back, which we believe that it will, that Polygon is going to continue to perform very well this year. It's very, very important to try and keep a cool head. Don't get too caught up in the minutiae of the market moving day to day, because it can get very, very stressful, and sometimes it's important maybe to take a break from this kinds of stuff, especially currently when it seems as though nothing is happening but price is going down. One more thing that we'd like to highlight before we forget is it does seem as though we've got a significant downtrend trend line here, as we can see. Ever since a few weeks ago, we have been struggling to break through this. So basically our first port of call for a short-term price prediction would be to break through this resistance. If we can break through this and then maybe break through this 150 again and retest it as support, we do think that we could consolidate and bounce around in these sorts of levels here, maybe move to the upside like this slowly in the next month or so. But it does largely depend on what's going to happen with Bitcoin. And if you overlay the Bitcoin chart over most things right now, they are pretty similar. And we do think Polygon is going to most likely perform very well this year. So our short-term price prediction, we would like to see it break this resistance here, maybe head above 150 and then maybe range in this area for the next week or so. That would be our short-term price prediction that we would want to see. We could easily see it come back down and retest this macro trend line, which still hasn't been tested. But as we can see in this uptrend that we're in, we would like to see this be retested as well. That would be very strong support in our opinion, because there is a lot of buying pressure underneath 120, as we can see here. And then long-term price prediction, we do think Polygon is going to be easily over $10 by the end of the year. It's got so much use now. It's getting more and more projects launching on it all the time. And it seems very likely to us that this project is going to be around in the long term as well. So definitely considering this to be a blue chipper. It's the top layer 2 solution for Ethereum. And currently with Ethereum having so many issues, Polygon is just, in our opinion, one of the must-have holds in a portfolio for the long term. So not financial advice, but those are our price predictions for Polygon today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comment section below. Also, make sure to hit the like button, as it helps the channel out so much. So if you're a fan of the channel, please hit the like button now. Currently, only 10% of our viewers are subbed, and we'd love to see our community continue to grow more. So please hit the big red subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're going to be offering a host of additional benefits, including coin calls, and the higher tiers gain one-to-one access to us personally, as well as a look at our personal portfolio, our daily research of cryptos with massive potential, and not to mention a 100x portfolio that we're currently constructing. So please take advantage of that there. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using the link in our description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100 and get your 2 free stocks and then withdraw the money, so there's no reason not to do that. And they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each, but don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.